They said she was spoiled. They said she didn't deserve it. But things changed when Caitlin Clark told the truth about racism in the WNBA. Stephen A. Smith is making her enemies suffer. Clark did something that the WNBA hadn't been able to do in 22 years, which is the big surprise. It's not just about basketball. It's also about who really runs women's sports and how power changes hands. Check this out. We are about to talk about something that is making the whole sports world very excited right now. The most famous woman in women's basketball, Caitlin Clark, just told the truth in Time magazine, which is shaking the business. Who's going to stand up for her? That would be Stephen A. Smith himself. Man, this story is so much more than just another sports scandal this year. Write down everything that happened, because now things get really interesting. Clark, the player who keeps setting new records? Time magazine named her athlete. In most sports, that would be enough to take the win, but Clark wasn't one of them. She did something instead that caught everyone off guard. She was white and played women's hoops, and she admitted it. What's crazy about this whole thing is this. Clark didn't just check a box or play politics when she talked about her advantages. She went into detail about how black players built the WNBA from the ground up. And I have to say, that recognition hit me differently. She said, look, I know I've worked hard, but I also know I've had some advantages other people didn't have. You would think that people would value honesty like that, right? That's not how it turned out, though. A few people in the WNBA were talking about stars like Cheryl Swoops. They began to insult each other. And this is where Stephen A. Smith really shines, because I have something to say. If Stephen is really excited about something, you can be sure he has proof. Before Clark even played her first WNBA game, something was brought up that no one else was talking about. She changed the game before she even put on her Indiana Fever uniform. Let that sink in for 22 years if you want to know how. It had been 22 years since WNBA stars begged for private flights.